What's up, my friends? Camiel Daamen here with a new Dive in Life tutorial, and still with the glasses. And so today I want to talk a little bit about what computer to buy. Lots of my students always ask me, Camiel, what computer do I need to have? Or they arrive with a MacBook Air, and then after a few lessons they start to use VSTs, and then the computer glitches. It's good to know where to find this because, I'm answering the question a lot. So I thought, well, why not make a beginner tutorial about the minimum specs, as you call it, the minimum system requirements that you need. So you see my Ableton Live website here. Well, it's not my website. It's the website of Ableton Live on my computer. And if you go to the shop, you can go to Live and you can go buy now. And then you see all the beautiful versions. I would always recommend you to get Suite, to get the whole bundle. Let's go, dive in deep. You get all the features, what's in there. Here you get everything, la, 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 la. But if you scroll down, you get the Live 12 system requirements. And this is very handy to watch before you go buy a computer because, it's always tough if you're getting into something new. You don't know a lot about computers. It's good to ask a friend. You can ask me, send me an email, info@lessonsinlive.com. I gladly help you. Like many of my students, they ask me, and I always say, well, if you're on Mac, just the best I would say is like an M1, M2, M3 from that range onwards, because they made a big change when they went to the M1s, the silicon processors. And, it's 8 gigabytes of RAM minimum. I would always recommend go 16. It's better to have more than to have less. Of course, if you're on a budget, it's a little bit, it's a little bit tricky. You can go to the back market and buy like a second or refurbished Mac or second hand, whatever. But yeah, like M1 and up. 16 gigabytes of RAM, you can't go wrong. Then the next thing might be your space on your computer. You're going to use a lot of samples. You're going to download a lot of samples. If you get like a computer with like 500 gigabytes of space with like programs installed, with like samples, with when you start making music, you're going to render it out. Every time you render out, you get like 100 megabytes of like tracks, and before you know it, you use up a lot. So go for a minimum of 1 terabyte. You might want to put all your photos and videos of your phone, whatever, on there as well. I even have 4 terabytes by now, but you can go like 2 terabytes if you want to be safe. You can also use external drives, obviously. You can work in the cloud, but watch out with the cloud, because if you're connected to the cloud and you're making a track on your computer and it's looking for the samples and the samples are in the cloud, that means that the samples are not there, they're in the cloud. So it means that you first have to download them and then Ableton will see them again. So make sure that you have a big enough hard drive. For me, that's essential, because if I'm traveling, I don't like to take hard drives. I want everything on my computer. That's something that I've hold really high in my workflow. Obviously, this is my work, and I've been doing this for a long time. So, for me, that's logical. But if you're just getting into this, get a minimum of 1 terabyte hard drive. That's my advice. 16 gigabytes of RAM, and get at least an M1 or higher, and a MacBook Pro. The Air, it's nice, but it's not as powerful as the Pro. And if you have big plans to, chase your dreams and make lots of music, then, go pay for the future, get like a good Pro one. For the Windows, I think it's the same thing. Go for 16 gigabytes of RAM or higher, 32 even. The more you have, the more you can use, and the faster it will be, because at some point you're going to use a lot of VSTs. For instance, if you use UAE Diva, which is a very heavy synth, you use like 3 of those, and you're using a lot of your CPU. So, I don't know a lot about the processors on Windows. I've been a Mac user for a very long time, but make sure your gigabytes of RAM are up to speed. Go 16, go 32 even. I have 128 because I'm also doing a lot of video stuff on there. But make sure to when you buy something, get it get it like loose, get like a little bit more than you need, maybe, so you actually have the space to grow as an artist and as a producer in this realm. So having said that, that's nice. And also, if you like to support my videos, if you like my videos, check it out. I've got this spread shop. You can buy like t-shirts, different colors. There's also something for the ladies. There's hoodies. There's other nice shirts. And you can get like a bag for your vinyl if you want. I'm like a vinyl lover. There's like your cups for tea or whatever in the studio. Very nice. If you like to support me, this is a really cool way to support me. I obviously, when you buy something, I get a cut of this. You can get a nice pillow to sit on, whatever it is. Just see if you like to support the cause. And if not, you're welcome to watch my videos. Please give a like and subscribe so people can find the videos as well. And I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope you're having fun making music on your new computer. See you at the next one.